Cute. There he is. Hi, it's Melanie from Shimmer, and today is all about strip eyelashes. We are going to apply them, and we are also going to learn how you can reuse them. I'm really looking forward to this video because the very first continuing education course I took for my licensure was by Ardell, the lash brand, on strip lashes and how to adhere them. So I credit the speediness and the accuracy to great training. There is a little bit of a curve. So once you get this technique down, you're gonna be good. It's gonna be super easy. Don't give up in the meantime. You can totally do it, and I am here for you. Strip eyelashes come on a strip, one continuous strip that you can trim to fit your eye shape, and they are affixed by adhesive. Anything that you are affixing to your eyelash eyelid with adhesive needs to come off that night. This is not intended for long-term use. These are similar to Wispies by Ardell, and you'll see that the outside corner is a little bit longer, the inside corner is a little bit shorter. I am also using Ardell brand lash grip, which is black in color. We also have a transparent one that's available, but since you're putting black lashes on, black adhesive is perfect. To summarize what we'll do, we are going to measure that the eyelash does not extend too far over your natural eye. I have a standard shape, so these are pretty standard for my eye type. And you do want to make sure that all of your makeup is on, all of your eye makeup especially, before you put your strip lash on. The reason for that is because all of your fallout will get on these fibers and it'll be extremely hard to reuse them. It's extremely hard to clean off if you're in the middle of a makeup application. This strip lash is being adhered to your eyelid where you would put your top eyeliner on. And then we are going to put a thin line of adhesive on the strip, let it dry for about 6 seconds, and then press it on our eye starting in the middle. That is the biggest pro tip that I can give you, is that you're going to anchor your strip eyelash in the middle and then place the sides down. I also do something that the manufacturer's directions say I shouldn't do, and I will use adhesive halfway down on my inside, which is shorter, and then my outside to give this a little bit of staying power. Your natural lash is longer in the middle and shorter on the sides. A lot of times your synthetic lash is going to be longer on the end and shorter on the inside. Your inside corner, shorter. Your outside corner, longer. That's how you know what eye they're for. I'm going to measure first and make sure that my lash is not too short or too long. Just kind of gently set it on there. So it's gonna look like that. These lashes are usually made with little knots, as long as you get good quality ones. And you can cut with scissors in between the knots. I cut from the inside where it is shorter because I want that longer length to work with. I have done lash sets that way where I cut off the inside corner and then I apply the appropriate length to the outside corner, and we've had really good results. This is my lash grip. I use the black. I'm going to make sure that this is new. Comes out like a strip, not a clump, like any adhesive, any glue. You might have a little extras on the end that have dried off. Make sure that's off there. So here we go. I want a nice thin layer. I don't want to go much thicker. And my little cosmetology trick, which you have to be careful that you're not going to pull out your natural lashes, is to add a little bit more adhesive on the base right here. This one's interesting. When you pull it off the backing, you have to be careful that you keep the lashes intact. And then on the inside, I'm gonna add a little bit of adhesive. So when I know that I want these to stay put, I put glue about halfway down on my end pieces to stick to my natural lash, which is not advisable, but I do it and it's my secret. I'm going to place my middle first. That's going to give me the greatest control, and that's the easiest way to do it. The middle on my standard eye is going to be where my pupil's at, and then I'm going to place my ends that have that little extra bit of adhesive on them. A quick note, if you're putting these on somebody else, please do not blow on the glue. Please do not blow on anything with your mouth that you're about to put on somebody else. Here we go, middle. and glue down. The great thing about these is that they get lighter as the day goes on. So the adhesive forms and they're really not heavy. I'm using the wispy kind. And there we go. I know I make it look easy. I do make it look easy for my cosmetologist friends for some reason too. They're just like, what? You put that on in one try? I do. It was probably good training, and you know, that's what I credit to this. If you see a gap between your lash line and your eye when you look straight on, you can peel your lash off, just starting at the end, and then get it a little bit closer. Again, this sits on your eyelid, so you don't want to look up and see a gap. That's why you always do your makeup beforehand too, because if you have a little bit of a gap, that eyeliner is going to disguise it. I have bronze eyeliner on today because I have blue eyes. It's one of my favorite ones to wear. I do often use liquid black eyeliner as well. This is my left eye. I'm going to peel him slowly. I don't want to ruin the lash on here. Here we go. Cute. There he is. Again, make sure that you have fresh adhesive. I don't have a huge glob of this on here. Again, I'm going to anchor down my inside corner by going halfway, and be very careful of my outside corner by going halfway. And you want to wait about 6 seconds at least for it to start drying, so it'll get a little bit tacky and be able to affix to your eye. You don't really need to wait longer than about 6 seconds. If you're using a different adhesive than me though, find the manufacturer's instructions anytime you put a chemical on your skin. And then we're gonna go in here, place that middle, place this down, and see, I see a little bit of my eyelid there. I'm gonna make sure this is down, it's flush. And I really am a fan of that black adhesive because I think it just kind of disguises itself and blends in. So there we go. I have some eyelashes. Just be mindful if you get any adhesive above your eye. Sometimes that happens. I don't exactly know how, but it happens with anything that you put on your eyelash. You can get a little bit of residue up there. If you are seeing what I'm seeing, my left looks a little bit thicker. And the reason for that is because we went over how to make it more flush to your eye, and we move the strip up a little bit. So it's flipped up a little bit. It looks a little bit fuller. And then my right eye, we just kind of set it on there like I usually do, and then it was set in about 5 seconds. You can tell a little bit of a difference if you look at me closely, and this is something that you probably wouldn't even notice. You can tell how the angle makes things look a little different. You can absolutely double stack eyelashes if you want an extra effect. I haven't ever put eyelashes on the bottom lash. This would be a really good question to ask my editorial estheticians in my photo shoot and my creative minds who do a lot of photography. I think that they'll have some tips for me on placing bottom eyelashes. So removing eyelashes, I don't want to put removal liquid near my eye if I don't have to, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping my lash in pristine condition. So I'm going to grab the corner. Remember, we did glue half of that outside corner down, so I'm going to make sure I'm just at the tip of the lash. I'm going to close my eyes, and then I'm going to peel. There we go. It's pretty simple. It's as simple as that. In order to remove the glue and reuse these up to 3 times, take this here, and I'm just gonna kind of wiggle the adhesive off. So I know it sounds weird to reuse them, but remember, we put all of our makeup on before we put the eyelashes on. So in that case, they're not attracting and holding on extra powder. We didn't put any makeup over those. And then we'll start to see, again, you have to be very careful. You're just mechanically going through, pulling it off. We'll see that some of the adhesive comes off of that band. You'll have a little bit of adhesive still on the lashes, but as long as you store these, keep them clean, don't use water on them, you can reuse them up to 2 to 3 times. It's completely up to you if they look super dirty. If you don't think that they look right, don't reuse them. If I was doing eyelashes for a bride, and I would most certainly pick eyelash extensions first, which adhere an individual fiber to every individual lash on your eye. Then I would pick the strip lashes for sure. And then after that, magnetic lashes. I think right now magnetic lashes don't have the staying power that I'm used to with strip lashes if they're applied correctly. I hope you enjoyed this video on something that is super simple and easy for me, but do remember that I've had over a decade of practice and that there's a little bit of a curve. Once you get the hang of these, they are super easy, I promise. I hope you enjoyed this video on having some fun with strip lashes. And if you have any more questions about them or how I get them on so fast, how I get them to stay all day, please let me know in the comments. Until I see you next time, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.